everybody, welcome or welcome back. If you're new here and you've been lucky enough to avoid seeing my face thus far, my name is Emily. My handle on literally everything is mfunsbooks. And my whole MO is essentially yapping. Quickly, loudly, excessively, constantly. Mostly about books and mostly of the fantasy romance variety. But there is a little bit of everything here. So without further ado, welcome to the West Coast reading vlog. I am so happy that you're here. My flight actually leaves first thing in the morning. I have approximately 979 million things to do. And I haven't done any of them or started packing. So I guess maybe I could be optimistic and just say that I function better under like incredibly high stress and anxiety circumstances, but I actually don't know because I feel like those are just the circumstances that I'm operating under like at all times. So I honestly haven't even pulled my suitcase out yet because my dog gets such bad anxiety. I don't know why, because I've never left her behind in my life, but we're kind of just like leaving that until the last possible second. Right, Smelly? I am genuinely going to my favorite place on the planet. I'm from Canada, so West Coast to us is like Vancouver, BC, and like Vancouver Island. It's essentially a little slice of paradise. Pacific Northwest vibes are at an all-time high there. That's where I went for school. I did 5 years at the University of Victoria for neuroscience, and I haven't been back in so long, and I miss it so much. And aside from the excitement of just like being on the island for 2 weeks, we are also spending Easter weekend in Tofino, which is like a little surfing town, and it's my favorite place. My favorite place ever. To be fair, I haven't gone that many places, and I would actually say that I probably liked London more, but maybe that's just because I saw Taylor Swift there. Anyways, my next step is going to be figuring out how to get all of this into my suitcase and then figuring out how much room I actually have left for books, because I tend to want to bring my entire TBR with me when I go on trips like this. But without further ado, welcome to the vlog. I can't wait to show you guys my little slice of paradise.
Are you having a panic attack? You're gonna be fine, I promise. Mommy's gonna give you some nice anti-anxiety meds, and the plane ride is going to be easy peasy, okay?
I fear my suitcase is gonna be super fucking overweight. Like, nobody talks about how hard packing is. This is for 2 weeks. And this is like after I've made cuts to the roster. I have 3 pairs of pajamas here. Like, there is access to a laundry machine. I don't need that many. And like approximately 20 different t-shirts. But like, I don't know what the weather's gonna be like. This feels like when you go somewhere and you don't know what the parking situation's gonna be like and you have an anxiety attack on the way there. That's how I feel with like the weather packing, even though I lived in this place for 5 years. What the fuck? Where did you find that? Where did this come from? What are you throwing in here? We're done. My suitcase is definitely going to be overweight, but that's an issue for tomorrow me. So now we get to choose what books I'm bringing, and these will all be going in my carry-on because I couldn't even fit another toothpick in my suitcase if I wanted to right now. First and foremost, obviously I'm bringing my Kindle. I recruited my little sister to help me redecorate it, so please look at how stunning that is. I got all these like really nice kind of like hologrammy stickers and this beautiful MagSafe pop socket from Studio Artemy. I will tag them. I'll show you the little @ right here. Her name's Maria. She's an angel. Genuinely sent me all this stuff, like not wanting a post or anything like that, or not like needing one or requiring one. And like, look, you can swap it out for this one if you want. So freaking sick. Like, everything is actually such insanely good quality. Oh fuck, the stickers are moving around. Anyway, please look at how stunning that is. I just need you to appreciate it for a minute, okay? Anyway, bringing my Kindle because I do a lot of ARC reading. I'm like a freelance ARC reader, so like that's kind of how I make a steady income on the side of like my social media type stuff that I do. I recently quit my job and I'm pursuing this full time. You might think that's absolutely insane because I only have 3,000 subscribers, but you know what? You gotta start somewhere, right? For the physical books I'm bringing, I've narrowed it down to 4. And I'm going for 2 weeks, so I feel like that's not incredibly ridiculous of me. Maybe like a little bit ambitious and like definitely gonna be a pain in the ass to carry around. However, they're all necessary. I do have a book club on Fable, and this month our pick is Enchantra by Kaylee Smith. I'm so excited to read this one. I've heard really good things about it. And obviously, this is a priority, and I'm really, this is like, if I leave one behind, it would be this one because it's kind of a honker, but I already have FOMO and I'm already terrified I'm gonna see a spoiler about it. And then another one that I have FOMO over, and kind of like, not a palate cleanser, but like the only non-fantasy romance title I'm bringing, because you never know. What if I get tired of it? What if I want to read something else? It's not very common, but like, what if? The Conditions of Will by Jessa Hastings. I've been putting this off because I love Jessa so much, and this is like the only thing that she has out that's new that I haven't read. And I'm gonna be so sad when I'm done because I don't know how long we're gonna have to wait for another one of her books. So, and then last but very much not least, I have heard nothing but amazing things about this. This is Direbound by Sable Sorensen. I got sent this super randomly, read the premise, sounded pretty interesting, so I said sure, why not? And then Bailey told me that it was insane, like 5 stars, no questions asked. So now I'm like, frick.
Okay.
I'm like, bruh, I need to read it. This is how we're doing right now. This is Danny, everyone. Anyway, moral of the story is we're bringing Conditions of Will, Direbound. This one's about like dire wolves, which is kind of sick. Fearless, and then Enchantra. Should I bring Fearless? Am I gonna read it? I feel like yeah. Will I? I don't. Will I have room in my bag? Yeah. I'll be fine. Also, I'm definitely gonna be coming back with more though, because there's so many bookstores on Vancouver Island and it's like my favorite place to go book shopping ever. And Great Big Beautiful Life by Emily Henry comes out while I'm there. So you better believe I'll be busting my ass to get to the bookstore to buy that. I'm kind of stressing. It's fine. We're fine. See you in the morning. It's time. How are we feeling, Nelly?
Kind of dark.
Okay, we have officially touched down. It is absolutely stunning. Now we're gonna go for a little drive, go to the beach, and get some milkshakes from my favorite milkshake place ever, from this little drive-in right off the coast. Just wait until you see how stunning this is. One thing about me is that when I do have the entire day to myself and just like all the freedom in the world, especially when the weather's nice, I need to like make a mental game plan of what I'm actually gonna get done. Otherwise, nothing gets done. We're gonna take her for a walk, we're gonna come back, we're gonna answer our emails, do what we need to do there, and then the entire rest of the day is gonna be dedicated to reading. Okay, should I edit today? Okay, I'll answer emails, edit, and then I'll read all day. Okay, so we leave for Tofino tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. I haven't packed. I have to walk Nelly for a poop. I have to get ready for bed. And so far, I've only read 25% of Servant of Earth, which means that the arc that I'm supposed to have done by Tuesday, that I've like verbally committed to having done by Tuesday, the sequel to that book, yeah, I still have to read 75% of this one and that entire one, and I'm going away for the weekend. Unfortunately, I am thinking that I'm gonna have to read in the car tomorrow because it's like a 5-hour drive, and that's just too good of an opportunity to pass up for reading. However, I do get car sick easily, so we're gonna bring a barf bag. And we're gonna hope that I don't throw up. I really like the book so far. I do think that it's giving ACOTAR, like in a lot of ways. It's like a human girl who's poor with her brown hair and she like gets summoned to the Fey lands, but she doesn't want to be there, and like, you know, the classic. However, I do really like her. I really like the female main character. Not that I didn't like Feyre, but I really like this girl. Male main character is promising. However, we are literally 25% of the way in and they haven't even said a word to each other yet. So I don't know. Like, it's definitely obvious that she drew inspiration from that series. And I think for me, it's like, I don't mind if they draw inspiration. It's just like a fine line between like, are you copying or are you inspired by them? So I'm just really hoping that it goes in like a positive direction and not a negative one, because if I waste my entire weekend reading a shit knockoff of ACOTAR, I'm gonna be sad. Sometimes I think that I'm not as much of a people pleaser as I used to be when I was younger, and then I realized that I literally agreed to reading this duology because I messed up. I made a mistake. I committed to this arc when I hadn't even read the first one yet, and I was too nervous to say that I was wrong or that I didn't want to do it, so I'm just gonna read both. So I don't think the people pleasing has gotten any better. I'm here to report that I'm still just as down bad as I ever was. It's fine, we're having fun. I'll let you guys know if I throw up in the car tomorrow morning. See you on day 3. Oh, God. Oh my goodness. Oh my God, Deb, look at the little kitchen. Nelly, look how nice it is. Oh, if I could figure out how to unlock the door, that'd be so fantastic. Oh my God. A hot tub? We have a hot tub. Oh my God. There's no way. There's no way. Clearly they have good taste. This place is mind-blowing. I cannot believe that this is just like my home for the weekend. This apartment, like I could die happy here. What do you mean I'm surrounded by rainforest and I back onto the beach and there's a hot tub on the deck and the high ceilings and the natural light? Anyway, we're not here to talk about that. We did like 5 hours of driving today and I'm literally dead inside. I am so nauseous. I took my prescription nausea medication. Your girl gets car sick on a good day and I was trying to rip through a book on the car ride. So I didn't rip through as much as I would have wanted. Unfortunately, I can confidently say halfway through this book that I am obsessed with it. Like, I don't know why I haven't seen this talked about more on the internet. I think it's mind-boggling because I think that this is so unbelievably well done. Like, I'm genuinely obsessed with it. It's so good. It's so good. And I don't even need the romance for it to be good. I'm 50% of the way through, and the guy that I'm convinced is the male love interest and the main girl have communicated like 3 times. And she's terrified of him. Like, it's not like there's romantic tension between the two of them. I mean, for me, there is, because I'm like, hey, obviously you guys are going to fall madly in love, but like she's kind of set on this other guy right now that like I know isn't going to be the main love interest. I feel like I'm spoiling something, but I'm not, because I don't actually know. These are just my theories. I'm just saying that the slow burn is slow, and I'm apparently throwing my Kindle around. I'm eating every single second of it up. I do think that like the similarities to ACOTAR were really just with like how it started. And I think that since ACOTAR is such a fan favorite, I'm automatically kind of scanning books for like similarities to it because I feel like a lot of books draw inspiration from that. Now that I'm into it, like the trials aspect of this and the world building and the fae, I haven't read a book with really well done fairies in a long time, and I forgot how much I love it because I'm eating it up. So I'm really hoping that I actually like can get this done by Tuesday. I mean, I need to get it done by Tuesday. It's literally my job to get it done by Tuesday. You know, time management has never been my strong suit, but we're really gonna have to dig deep. So the rest of the plan for tonight is basically just to have some drinkies and go in the hot tub and maybe do a little beach walk. Anyway, moral of the story, I'm officially halfway through the first book of the duology that I'm supposed to read by Tuesday. I am obsessed with it. I didn't throw up in the car. That's a win. I'll see you soon. Golden hour. I just pay for a little. I just keep, yes, that's like what I sound like.
Do you have a seat at the table? Are you a princess?
Yeah, I do. At least I'm getting a lot of fresh air, you know what I mean? I love nature.
Wow.
Fastest guy I've ever seen.
I did straight up. Straight up.
Okay. I've never met a more easily entertained creature in the entire world than men. Wow. The further I get into this frickin' book, the more I feel like I need to yap to you guys about it because I actually can't like adequately convey how obsessed I am. I feel like I haven't felt this level of obsession with a book in so long. Like, it's not even the romance that's keeping me intrigued, it's every single other aspect of it. I have no doubt in my mind that it's gonna get more romantic as I go and that like that's gonna become more of a plot. However, right now it's like she's trying to like find her way in this very complex, cutthroat, evil fae court, like classic, right? There's this one prince who's like making her heart beat a little bit fast, you know what I mean? He's very just like charismatic, but then there's this other guy and he's a shadow man. He belongs to the void court, but he's like the king's right hand man. Everybody's like, he spies for the king, he does this, don't trust him. So she's scared of him. And I'm like, this is the first time in so long where I'm like starting to doubt myself. I'm starting to doubt myself. I'm like, hey, I see a shadow daddy. I think that that's gonna be the end game. But now I'm like, what if I'm wrong? I don't think I am. Like the Fire Prince, I feel like is not gonna be the one. But I'm like, what if he is? Every interaction that she has with Callan, who's like the shadow guy, I'm giggling and kicking my feet, even though like they're like nothing's happening. I'm so stressed out. I haven't, like, this series is so underhyped that I've never seen a single spoiler. I have no idea what's gonna happen. I have no idea. Okay, you know what? Actually, I'm gonna double back on all my previous statements about like, oh, I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna stick to my guns. I think the Fire Prince is a piece of shit and I think she needs to choose the Shadow Man. She needs to choose Callan. Guys, I need her to choose him. Even though he's the king's right-hand man, spy, and executioner, I just feel like he's the one. It doesn't matter that he's evil. It doesn't matter that he's the villain. It doesn't matter that he's ruthlessly murdered like X amount of people, okay? I want him. So, and all I want to do is open my Kindle app and be reading everywhere that I go right now, but it's like I'm in such a pretty place. I need to be enjoying the environment. All I can think about is which fucking man she's gonna pick. Anyway, that's my update. I'm gonna go eat a charcuterie board now and maybe go see, apparently there's like a molting seal down on the beach, which means he's like shedding or something. Okay, so apparently elephant seals spend a month of every year on land fasting. They lose like up to 25% of their body weight and they just lose like a layer of their skin and all their fur. Poor little guy. So if you ever see a sickly looking elephant seal on land, it's probably molting and you just gotta leave him alone because you can't make him feel unsafe. So there's all this caution tape around him and he's just like straight vibing, shedding his skin in the sun. Okay, I just stepped out to take Nelly for a pee and I had to report this book. I don't want to spoil anything. I'm like 65% of the way through. I just want to say, shocker, really big surprise here. I am officially rooted in Team Shadow Daddy. I mean, I need him biblically. This is what I strive for. I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed with this book. Injected into my veins. Guys, please let me read my book. Okay, good morning everybody. Welcome to day 3, 2-ish, 3. I managed to get to 80% of my book last night and oh my god. There was a scene where my guy, my pick for the end game, Callan, the shadow master, of course, obviously, what the fuck else do you expect from me? He had to like save her from a certain situation. I know that like a second ago you guys hated each other and like he's kind of your enemy and you're terrified of him, but like he's so obviously the right pick. Like so obviously the right pick. It's actually stressing me out. I'm really excited about the fact that I have the arc for book 2 actually, because I just know that this is gonna end on like a devastating cliffhanger and I'm gonna need that immediately. So I feel very privileged to be able to receive this kind of early access to books. But anyway, the book aside, our plan for today is we're going to eat. We're gonna go to the bakery in town because they have these ham and cheese croissants that I would genuinely like sell a limb for. Like I would sever my arm and give it to someone if that meant unlimited access to these croissants. And then we're gonna go into the little like actual town of Tofino because they have a lot of little cute shops. There's a bookstore there called Mermaid Tales, but it's spelled like T-A-L-E-S instead of like T-I-L-S, T-A-I-L-S. Wow. And I need to squeeze in reading wherever I can, but it's our last full day here and the sun is shining. Let's get after it.
I know. Hey, Nels, you an adventure puppy? Little starfishies. Just hanging out. Shopping now?
Okay, we're back from our little excursion of the day. Obviously, I bought this because look at how cute it is. I just like physically can't help getting a little souvenir because it's just like a good mem. You know what I mean? I'm gonna wear this and think of our trip now. And I'm obsessed with the color and I don't have any crew necks in this color. And I just like need more good crew necks that have like these really droopy shoulders because I feel like it's really hard to find. I don't know why I'm justifying it to you. I liked it, so I bought it. I'm also 87% of the way through my book and I can't look away. I literally can't look away. I'm obsessed with it. I'll let you know when I finish. 87% is a good place to be because tomorrow we're leaving and I have like a good chunk of the day in the car to read. And now that I know that I can read in the car without like projectile vomiting, I'm gonna be doing that. Will I be done book 2 by Tuesday and still have my sanity intact? I guess we'll find out. Oh my god. I'm gonna throw up. Oh my fuck. No. Okay, so I finished it. 5 stars. Easily 5 stars. I have said this before and I'll say it again. I rate for the vibes and the vibes were most definitely 5-star vibes throughout that entire book. I am so thankful that I committed to this seemingly impossible task of reading the sequel before Tuesday because I finished that and I immediately had to start the second one. Like I haven't felt this way about a book, like a fantasy romance book, in a hot minute. Maybe that's because it really gives me like ACOTAR Cruel Prince vibes and I adored both of those series. I think that if you combine the political intrigue and like warfare betrayal aspect of Cruel Prince and like mixed it with like a very similar ACOTAR storyline, I need everybody to get behind this, like get on this train with me. I need validation. I need to know if it's as good as I think it is. I'm not putting it up there with like When the Moon Hatched and Throne of Glass. Like it's not there, but like it has the potential to get there. I don't know how many books there's supposed to be. It just has so much boundless potential in my brain right now. So if it gets ruined, I'm gonna be devastated. The characters in this and the dynamics between them and like the storyline and like the development arcs just immaculate. The writing was great. It was super easy to follow. The world building was well done. Essentially, this follows Kenna, a human girl who's like super poor. Her mom died worshiping this fae race, banking on them for everything, thinking they were gonna save her and her daughter from poverty. She hates the fae. Okay, and then one night her best friend gets chosen as like a sacrifice to them, and they all think she's gonna go live this like lavish life in the Feylands, but she has to cross this really scary bog to get there. Kenna is like, what the fuck? This isn't like, I'm gonna help her across this. I'm gonna sneak into the bog and help her. This isn't a spoiler, this is right at the beginning. And Kenna finds herself alone in this Fey realm, and they're definitely not like the benevolent beings that the humans are making them out to be, you know what I mean? That they suck. So she gets thrown into this Fey court, and she has to help this one Fae princess navigate these like deadly trials that like determine whether or not a Fae can keep their immortality and their magic or not. She basically is given the option, like, if you don't help this princess succeed in these trials, you're dead, or your tongue's gonna get cut out. So like her options are pretty limited, you know what I mean? And she's so smart. She is so unbelievably, like, the way she navigates everything, I loved every single second of it. There were some moments where I was like, oh my god, please be so for real, like in the sense of her like romantic interests. You'll get it when you read it. I think we need to bring back books that have a little bit of a detour before they reach their endgame love interest, because I feel like a lot of the fantasy romances I've been reading lately have the same formula where they meet right away, they start getting flirty by like 30% of the book, and then by 50% they're macking and playing tonsil hockey. I feel like we could dial it back a little bit once in a while anyway, but like the first love interest syndrome kind of spices things up. Like, now I have so much to look forward to in book 2, you know what I mean? Anyway, I'm gonna go now. I need to start the second one. Okay, so I'm officially signing off for our last night in Tofino. This is heartbreaking. We're still gonna visit another beach in the morning called Long Beach. It's the best one, my favorite one by far. But this is the last sunset at night in our house, and I wish I could move here. Somebody is pissed that we're leaving. And a little bit of shameless self-promo. I left that for all the Tofino girlies that maybe like to read about like dragons and people kissing. Alright everybody, we are obviously back in Victoria. We are not in Tofino anymore. It is officially 12:13 a.m. on Tuesday, I guess, technically, Monday night. I'm 82% of the way through my book. Am I absolutely devouring it? Yes. Is my review due tomorrow? And am I not even done the book yet? Also yes, but unfortunately, as much as I'm literally unable to look away from this thing for like 1 fucking second, I need to sleep. I'm a husk of a human being. I don't really know what time tomorrow my review is due, which is like an oversight on my part. We're really gonna try to get this done by like midday tomorrow. I'm gonna go take Nelly for a walk and see if that like helps liven me up a little bit, because I don't know what happened to me. I feel like I'm a granny. Like, I used to be able to stay up until 4 a.m. reading absolutely no problem, and now sometimes I can still do that, but other times it's like midnight and I'm dead inside and I can't even keep my eyelids open. It's weak. What happened to me? I refuse to revert to the energy drink method though, because I am absolutely terrified of those. So I guess I just have to rely on the old noggin and my fucked up circadian rhythm. We're really hoping I can pound out like a little bit more before I go to sleep tonight, but I'm not gonna bank on it. Part of life is knowing when to just like let go, when to just accept defeat. You know what I feel like that came out a little bit more ominous than what I was meaning, but I'm just really tired. I can't say very much about it because it doesn't come out until September, but like this second one, if the end of the book is on par with the rest of it, it's going in my god tier Rex. That's all I'll say for now. I'll talk about it closer to the release date so that I'm not like unfair to everybody who doesn't have it in their hands yet, but holy fuck. Okay, it's Tuesday morning. I need to shower more than like literally anything. I need to take a walk to the dog store because I'm out of dog food. I need to respond to like 15 emails that I've been neglecting over the weekend, but nothing matters until I finish this goddamn book. I finished it. Oh my god, I'm having a crisis. I'm trying to think of like a good comparison to the way that I'm feeling right now. I don't know if there is one. I literally am speechless. I don't know what to say. This book was fucking insane. I just like don't think you guys understand how viscerally I am proclaiming my love for this series. I don't know how many books it's like gonna be. Obviously not just 2 after that fucking cliffhanger. Oh, but I don't care. I'll read 11 of them. This world that Sarah Hawley has crafted is cutthroat and dark and unbelievably sickening. Yes, the romance is a subplot and it is a slow burn. Like I feel like I have just been slow cooked over a fire for like 3 years, but like I didn't even care that the romance wasn't present for a good chunk of the book because I was so unbelievably intrigued by the politicking and the plot and the atmosphere and the female friendships and the grief and the healing and the growth that all of the characters go through. I can't believe that I have felt this many emotions over the course of 2 books. Like, I have 270 annotations in my Kindle version of this book, and it's only 500 pages. I would be hard pressed to find a group of villains that I despise more than the villains in this series. Oh my god, I don't know what to do with myself. I don't know what to do with myself. I feel like I've been utterly consumed and I can't afford a reading slump right now, but how am I supposed to move on? Reading about anybody else is gonna feel like a betrayal. Oh. I need book 3 now and book 2 doesn't even come out until September. I'm not even crying over the ending of the book. I'm just crying because of me, because I want the 3rd one. Oh my god, I'm crashing out. Oh my god. I guess I finished what I needed to finish at least. I need to go write my review now and try and sound semi-coherent, so maybe I'll just mourn today. Maybe I'll just lie in bed and grieve. Oh my god. It is days later. Really, you didn't miss much because I picked up A Great Big Beautiful Life by Emily Henry, and when I tell you that I was excited for this shit, I knew going in that it was more fiction than romance heavy. I knew that it was going to be focusing more on the plot of this book where these 2 rival authors are competing to write a biography about this very scandalous woman. They're both interviewing her for the biography and like alternating chapters between like her story that she's telling them and then like their romance. Halfway through the book, like I don't care about either of those things. So, my shitty ass little goldfish attention span, the #1 thing that is going to make me DNF a book is going to be like if I don't care. If there's nothing keeping me here, if there's nothing keeping me enthralled in the story and in the romance and the like the character dynamics, why am I here? I don't think I'm gonna be like forever putting it off. Maybe I'll try the audiobook. I do want to find out like what happens. I don't want anybody to think that this is a bad book. It's not. It's very well written. I can respect what it is. Anyway. So sorry that I didn't vlog any of my footage before like actually reading it. This is gonna be a long, chaotic, fucking I don't even know kind of vlog, but like I'm gonna do what I can for the last couple days that I'm here, okay? Anyway, on a more exciting note, I have received a couple more ARCs. Speaking of most anticipated books of the year, the next book in Carissa Broadbent's Crowns of Nyaxia series. This one releases in August and I'm getting the ARC now in April. I don't think you understand how excited I am. This one's called The Fallen and the Kiss of Dusk. The first one, The Songbird and the Heart of Stone, controversial in the book talk world. A lot of people were like, it was super fucking boring. And a lot of other people, me included, were like, this is literally a work of art unlike anything that I've really ever seen. I just think that Carissa Broadbent gets better and better and better. Anyway, I'm itching to start the next one. So, and then I need to kind of have that one done and another arc by Friday, because that's kind of the deal I've reached for my arc reading thing. So we've got a lot of reading to do, not a lot of time, but you know, I work best under pressure. It's Tuesday. We have to be done 2 books by Friday. I don't know if this is attainable, you guys. This vlog is kind of turning into a little bit of a like, let's see what kind of odds Emily can beat. And it's not looking incredibly good for me right now, but you know what? Fuck. I don't know if I'm cut out for this, you guys. I don't know if I'm cut out for this. If there's one thing Carissa Broadbent is gonna make you do, it's feel it in here. Okay, it's officially my last day here. If you've made it this far in the vlog somehow, obviously I love you so much. Thank you for being here. The plan for today is to go downtown, walk around, browse some shops. It's my birthday in a couple days, so I'm getting my birthday gift today. And there's like a spa day thing planned later, and then a dinner, and then I'm gonna try and fit some reading in there somewhere. I fear I might have flew a little bit too close to the sun committing to 2 books before Friday, but we're just gonna try and enjoy our day and not think about it, because if we think about it, that's the spiral that we're gonna go down, so. Okay, as you guys can obviously see, I am home now. Thank you so much for coming along with me on that incredibly chaotic, procrastination-filled adventure on the West Coast, my favorite place on the entire planet. In case you were wondering, just to like, you know, wrap up this little reading vlog, I didn't finish both of the arcs that I needed to finish by Friday because I got the plague. So it all ended up being fine. I learned that in life, like, you can in fact message someone and say, hey, I'm so sorry, I'm not gonna be able to do this, and it won't always result in like the end of the world. I can't say much about this. I don't want to say too much because it doesn't come out until August. It's only May. But if you liked the first one, you're gonna love this one. You're wondering if this is gonna live up to The Songbird and the Heart of Stone. I promise you it does all of that and more. Anywho, if you have made it this far, thank you so much. I love you so much, and until next time.